What is up, friends? Welcome back for another season of Better Call Saul. We are hopping into season 4 today, and I couldn't be more excited, especially because I really want to see what ends up happening with the cliffhanger they left us on with season 3 and see whether or not Chuck actually died from that. Obviously, I mentioned at the end of that last video that I'm not too hopeful that Chuck is going to make it out of there, which means very bad things for Jimmy going forward, because their last conversation, I didn't even think about it at the time after I watched that episode, but the last thing Chuck said to him was that he never really cared much for him, which obviously is devastating enough, but if that is the last interaction that Jimmy remembers having with his brother, that's gonna mess him up easily. And if Chuck is out of the picture, then really he only has Kim left to kind of keep him grounded and have something to fight for, and so he's already teetering on the edge as it is, and so I'm not looking forward to seeing how he's affected. If Chuck dies, he could still be alive. I would love that, because obviously the actor is phenomenal. And so I don't know how far we're jumping ahead coming into this season. I don't know if Kim's still going to be kind of recovering from her accident, because obviously she was in pretty bad shape at the end of last season, but I am really excited to hop into this one because season 3 was amazing, and people have said that it just keeps getting better and better, just like Breaking Bad, which is hard to believe because I don't know how they can improve much more upon what they're already doing. And so hopefully you guys are excited to watch along with me for this season. If you enjoy this video, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people and helps the channel grow. And of course, you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon. Link for that is in the description below. Of course, you'll need your own copy of the show to watch along with me there, but they're always uploaded sooner than the YouTube edits, so if you'd like to get them a couple weeks ahead of time, that's the place to do it. But without further ado, let's jump into season 4, episode 1. Man, I almost forgot that we get these at the beginning of seasons. Now I'm extra excited. The last one ended with Jimmy telling that guy to get a lawyer, right? I don't think we saw much after that. Oh, that's right. He fainted. I forgot about that. Hopefully he's okay, because obviously it's a nasty fall, but I wonder if there's some health issues. Oh man, now he's experiencing a little bit of Chuck right here, getting stretchered out. Certainly not staying under the radar anymore.
Mr. Takovic, well, it's good news. You're right, it's not a heart attack. In fact, everything I can see here looks good.
Oh, thank goodness. That's great news right there. I think he was just overwhelmed after that interaction. Maybe it brought back too many memories.
Mr. Takovic? Mr. Takovic, sir? I'm so sorry. Would you mind?
I have a taxi coming.
It'll just take a moment.
I'm glad we're sticking with here. I was worried it was just about to end with him walking out. I'm glad we get to actually hear him talk more now in these scenes.
For some reason, this computer keeps kicking this back.
Oh no, dude, is his secret identity not solid? I would have thought they covered all their bases with that.
It's really odd. I've never seen this before.
Bro, he's not thinking about booking it out of there, is he? This is so stressful.
Oh, wait. Oh my God. I typed the letter O instead of a 0. I can't believe how stupid. Yeah, it's going through now.
What a relief, man. He thought he was caught. I thought he was caught for sure. After all this time, that would have sucked. This is definitely the most intense opening or future sequence we've had so far. Let's hope he has no more instances like that. Oh my, dude, what are the freaking chances of that?
It's a green light.
Oh my gosh, brilliant filmmaking right there. That'd be so terrifying. I think that guy recognizes him. I don't recognize him though. Is that somebody I should know?
Excuse me, this is good. I'll Get out here. Thanks.
Bro, this is so good. Give me a whole freaking season of this right here, man. I want to see more of future Saul in this position. Dude, I love the shaky handheld right now, just making it so much more stressful than it already is. Dang it, I don't want to wait a whole nother season to see more of that. That was the best future segment we've gotten so far. That was so well done. I love the aesthetic of the black and white. It adds such a cool element to it. I wonder where they're going, what direction they're headed with those, because I assume we're only getting 2 more of those, beginning of 5 and 6.
It's Howard. I'm trying to reach Jimmy. I really need to talk to him. It's Chuck.
Oh, dude, what a cut right there. But they don't tell us what it is about Chuck, if he's dead or if he's alive.
Jimmy, don't.
No, dude, he did pass away from it. I mean, that's what I thought was gonna happen, but I still had some hope. Dude, this show's filmmaking is so good. The combination of the shot with the music right there was perfection. It's not just Chuck's house that's burned down, it's Jimmy's whole world. Despite their feud, I think Jimmy always deep down still had some care for Chuck in his heart.
He says it started in the living room. Somehow one of the lanterns was knocked over, and then the inspector says it was over fast. Smoke inhalation, so he didn't suffer.
Yeah, they're gonna say that.
Holy crap, man. Just like that, he's gone. I can't believe it. I'm gonna miss the stories with Chuck and the actor. He was incredible.
I saw him 5 days ago. He was listening to jazz. All the lights worked. He was himself. Something must have happened. Something made him relapse.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think Jimmy really did see Chuck as himself. I think he was just putting on a bit of a performance. And I think that conversation with Jimmy played a big part in the relapse. What's Mike smiling about right there? Or is he just enjoying the day, his work shift?
There you go.
So is it, huh?
Yeah. Looks that way. You take it easy.
Oh, I see. It's his last day on the job. Okay. Well, Mike has a full open slate on his schedule now. I assume he's going to spend most of it with his family, but maybe he'll see an opportunity with Gus.
I can pick her up the rest of the week if you want.
Are you sure? What about your new job?
I make my own hours.
Must be nice. Well, since you're offering.
They're good.
Thanks, Mike.
Oh, so he, I assume, is going to be working with Gus more if he's talking about making his own hours with a new job. Unless he actually did get a new job. Oh, I see. I don't know why I didn't make that connection before. I forgot that his job is technically at Madrigal, a fake position, and then he just gets paid a bit each week or every couple weeks.
Las Cruces for Madrigal Intramodal. M-A-D-R-I-G-A-L. Yes. And would you have an address for that?
What's he doing right now? Was there something fishy about the check he was sent that I didn't pick up on? Or maybe he's having second thoughts. I don't know.
The thing is, we wanted to get Chuck's obituary into the paper before the service, but I'd really like to run it by you, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
At least he's accepting to do that. Respect to Howard for going to him.
Charles graduated valedictorian from Francis Xavier High School at the age of 14, making him the youngest graduate in the history of that school.
Wow, so Chuck has been at the top of the game for pretty much his whole life. That's impressive.
So, that is what I have. Jimmy.
It's me, Howard. Sounds good. He likes it. Howard, you should go ahead with it.
All right. Thank you for me. Will you?
Thank goodness he has Kim right now. Otherwise, he would just be completely alone. I don't know who else there is in his life. Maybe Mike, but their relationship is still kind of more business than friendship. Just wash away the pain right now. I don't know how long that's going to make Jimmy feel better for. I feel like this is going to be a long process. Oh, let's hope he can be 2 for 2 on sneaky drop-offs. Is he thinking that Gus is gonna want to search him here in a second?
Juan Bolsa wants to see you. You drive.
Oh gosh, dang it, man. Nacho is in deep now. He had one shot to get rid of the pills. I feel like he's screwed at this point.
Don Héctor tuvo un derrame cerebral, no sabemos cuándo volverá. Pero escúchenme, el territorio de Salamanca se queda el territorio de Salamanca. Nada cambia.
If he had a stroke, that definitely tells me that is when he ends up in the wheelchair. So his plan worked just as he wanted it to.
Tienen una entrega mañana por la noche. La recogen, la empaquetan, la distribuyen. Si hacen esto correctamente, las cosas podrían ir muy bien para ustedes.
I mean, that sounds like a promotion, but is that what Nacho wants at this point? I feel like he would much rather just get out of the business altogether. I think that ship has sailed long ago, though.
Alguien se moverá contra los Salamancas. Lo que trae la guerra, lo que trae el caos, lo que trae la DEA.
Oh, dude, the DEA. Don't even tell me that Hank's gonna show up in this eventually. But I didn't even consider that aspect of things. If Hector's out of the picture, then there's all these other groups that are gonna fight for the territory. And maybe the DEA comment is talking about the stuff that will happen way in the future in Breaking Bad. I'm surprised they never searched him or anything. I mean, they don't really have a reason to, but I'm impressed with his ability. He made it out undetected. Oh no, never mind. Right as I say that, it reveals Victor watching him. Nacho is a dead man.
What's up?
It's busted again.
It's just a chain. You want me to do it, or you want to try it yourself?
The shot's still pretty far away. I can't tell if I know whoever this is right here. I love the shot, though.
Loop it around the big gear. That's all there is to it. And?
Thanks, Dad.
Well, I definitely don't recognize him, but obviously it's got to be some important character the way they're introducing him. Oh, of course it has to do with Mike. Okay. So he's a Madrigal employee. He doesn't strike me as somebody who knows the inner workings, though. I wonder if anybody does outside of Lydia, as far as just the normal employees go. I'm curious what Mike exactly is doing right now. Is he just trying to get a feel of what the business is? Or is he coming in here to take something? Mike's having a field day right now. Just going all over the place, doing as he pleases. What exactly is he doing right now? I mean, if he's getting a paycheck from him, maybe he just wants to come in, feel like he's doing some work. I don't know. I think he's got something else up his sleeve, though. He's certainly drawing a lot of attention to himself right now. Are we finally going to learn what he's looking for?
May I ask why none of you guys are wearing a lift belt?
Oh, we don't usually...
Stop what you're doing. You go to the equipment room, you get lift belts and gloves.
Acting like the boss of everyone. I love it. Dude is fitting into his role. If Madrigal's gonna hire him, he's gonna do work. If this guy's at Madrigal, Mike better not drive by him, otherwise he's gonna recognize the badge.
I think this belongs to you.
Thank you.
I need to talk to your manager.
I waltz through security with someone else's ID. Nobody gives me a second look.
Oh, interesting, man. Is he just trying to see how Madrigal actually runs business?
You got duplicate routing numbers on cargo, surveillance camera blind spots on the north and the east side of the floor.
My gosh, dude. Mike is really taking over the whole business. They didn't realize they were hiring on somebody who'd change things around completely.
Who are you exactly?
Ermintrout, security consultant.
Well, all due respect, I don't know anything about a security consultant.
Well, you wouldn't, would you? Maybe you best call corporate.
Oh, I love it, dude. I don't think Lydia actually intended for him to do work, but they're getting more than they paid for. He's definitely worth the money. Oh, it's the Schweikert and Coakley fella. Hey, and it's Cliff. Well, looks like there's a bunch of people here, so Chuck definitely left a pretty big impact. And he was good at his job, so gotta give him that credit. Oh, poor Rebecca. I feel bad for her. She was brought in at the last second and just realized she was used.
I think I owe you the truth about Chuck, those lanterns. He was living in that house without electricity for the better part of 2 years. He knew how to use those lanterns.
Oh, Howard knows he committed suicide. He looks pretty rough. He looks like he's taking this harder than Jimmy.
You probably heard Chuck was retiring from HHM, but that's not the truth. The truth is that we had a disagreement, and I pushed him out. I made him go.
I love the lighting on all their faces right now. Jimmy and Howard are kind of half shaded in shadow, but Kim's face is lit up the most, maybe because she's the most transparent.
What about the insurance?
Our malpractice insurance. They found out about Chuck's condition and raised our rates. Chuck went ballistic. He wanted to go to war. I drew a line.
No, I didn't even make that connection before. That move indirectly caused Chuck's downfall.
He always seemed so strong, but he wasn't. I think he did what he did because of me.
Well, Howard, I guess that's your cross to bear.
Oh my, Jimmy, what a cold thing to say to him right there. And he knows dang well he's responsible too.
Look at her go. So I'm gonna make some coffee. Maybe want some?
Are you kidding me? And he just switches personalities just like that. I feel like that's his inner Saul taking over. Just sees Howard bearing the guilt of it. So I guess Jimmy feels like he doesn't need to feel bad anymore. He can just push all of his responsibility and blame onto him. I don't know if Kim knows exactly what's going on in his mind, but based off those last couple shots, it seems like she definitely knows something is up with him, because obviously she's been with him the past couple days. She knows he's never been that chipper. Such great stuff, man. This show is so dang good. Well, there's definitely going to be a huge hole with Chuck out of the show, because he was such a massive part of the show through the first 3 seasons. And obviously, as I mentioned, the actor was just incredible, played that character to perfection, definitely had some of the best moments of the show up to this point. But clearly his impact is going to live on, at least for Howard and for a lot of other people. But based off that last scene, I don't know how his impact is necessarily going to live on through Jimmy, because it seems like he was just dealing with some guilt maybe and some remorse about their last few interactions. But once Howard dropped the lines of his involvement with Chuck in his last days, maybe Jimmy doesn't really care anymore now that his responsibility in his eyes is removed. I'm not sure. Obviously, this show does a great job at not spelling everything out for you, just extremely clear, and kind of leaves a little bit of room for interpretation or for you to think about what things mean. Sometimes I may get it right, sometimes I may get it wrong, but I feel like I got the main idea of what they were trying to show there at the end. But just masterful filmmaking. That whole episode, especially the beginning scenes, was just so well done. I can't wait already to season 5 to see what happens next with the future scenes. I don't know if once we get to the final season, if they really are just going to do one last future scene and that's it, or if they're going to do more scenes, which I would be a fan of because they're so well done, and I'd love to see what continues to happen with them in the future. But I am very excited for this season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching along with me for this episode. If you did, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up. Helps the video reach a lot more people, helps the channel grow, and of course you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon, link for it in the description below. But until the next episode, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.